to the platform. As I read it this morning, Miss Monifa Bartley out of Queens, New York. Young lady, the show is yours. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited because I'm not going to be broke forever. So let's just get into it. Chapter 6, short daily discipline checklist. Discipline, guys. This is the core right here. Words are just words. Ideas are just ideas. A great philosophy is useless without a plan to execute it. I'll say that one again. A great philosophy is useless without a plan to execute it. You've read about radical ownership, the power of a strong routine, and the necessity of doing it scared. Now it's time to build. I always say it's the time, this is the year of the builder. Before you even look at this list, let's kill the excuses your brain is already manufacturing. I don't have time. That's false. This entire list can be accomplished in under 60 minutes. That reminds me of early stories last week when he said he was compiling some slides. He got up, he wrote some notes, and it was done in no time. You have to be intentional and disciplined. Okay? You have the time you've just been given it to less important things. You have the time, you're just giving it to less important things. Okay? This is too simple to work. That's the point. Complexity is the enemy of consistency. These aren't magic tricks. They are foundational acts of discipline that build the bedrock of bigger wins. I think I'm going to say that one again. These aren't magic tricks. They are foundational acts of discipline that build the bedrock for bigger wins. Next, my day is too unpredictable. All the more reason to control what you can. This checklist isn't about controlling your entire day. It's about winning the first hour and the last hour, which gives you the strength to handle the chaos in between. Discipline isn't about grand, life-altering acts. It's about showing up for the small habits every single day. The checklist is your blueprint for momentum. Each check mark is a small win. And small wins stacked on top of each other create a streak, a winning streak. Can someone do the admitting for me? Because I'm reading. Thank you. This isn't just something to read. It's tools to use. It's your daily challenge to prove to yourself that you are in control. So stop reading. Take this challenge and get to work. Short daily discipline checklist. Wake up without hitting snooze. I got to say ouch right there. I got to be transparent and say ouch right there because I cannot say amen. All right? The win. You start your day with a victory over your weaker self. That's powerful right there. You take immediate ownership of your morning. Anybody want to unpack that right there real quick? Anybody have a testimony about that real quick? Because that's hitting home for me.
Well, Monifa, before anybody else jumps in, I'll jump on real quick and say, listen, and same thing, it's hitting home for me as well. Wake up without hitting snooze. Think about it. Hey, with the victory over your weaker self. And when you hit snooze, honestly, that is your weaker side.
Yes.
Because you don't want to get up. You don't want to do it. You don't want to move. So forget the snooze and get up and get moving. That is your weaker self. So we got to overcome that. But we talk about small wins, right? Even that is a win. So that's a big one for many, me included.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally concur with that. Jane, early, you can go.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
And
Jay.
by the way, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, so that's why I'm here. If this is 3:30 at night, it'd be a different story. Okay. Let me address this real quickly, because this is my belief, and I experienced it when I was in the financial services business. I loved what I was doing. I had weekly goals, monthly goals, and a year goal. Okay, so my point is, I come to find in just dealing with the present team that I have, that a lot of people, they say they see it and they say they want it, but it's not down into their spirit yet. Okay, because if it was, I wake up often in the mornings before the alarm clock goes off, and I use that time to meditate and think about, well, what can I do today to make my business better? You see what I'm saying? So when you really get inside what we've got.
I think it was Tom Hopkins. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Tom Hopkins. He wrote the book called The Greatest Salesman. No, hold on. I do that one at 5:30 a.m. But I'm up earlier, so I'm gonna beat the snooze button. So I'm up at 5 a.m. I open my eyes. I don't even have to use the snooze button, but it's just to compete against it, to see how excited I am. All right, thanks, Manifa. I appreciate you. Jay, great. Ron, great. Dr. G.W. Parker, you have added so much to my excitement today that I took a lot of notes just right now. Thank you, Manifa.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Did anyone else have their hand raised?
Eric does.
Yes, Monifa.
Yes, because I
just
can't
want to
see.
first of all say good morning, and you're doing a great job reading. Thank you for stepping up. That is the sign of a leader. You know, the comments have been excellent, and it's amazing how this chapter of the book, which is designed to be more of a checklist, but it brings up the whole conversation. Like last week, we talked about the symbolic, the metaphor of the toothpaste, how we tend to squeeze out the last bit and then conserve. Yours to not hit the snooze button is to put your alarm clock where you have to get out of bed.
Ooh.
Put it on the other side of the room.
Yes.
But what we're talking about today is way more than physical. It's really mental. And what this discipline tracker really should be, if we think about it, is a little bit of soul searching. Because if we're inclined to hit the snooze button, and Fernando touched on this, it's because we're not excited about getting up during that day. Our mission, our vision, our whatever our passion is, isn't clear enough. And so stop. Go back to what is your why. And if it's not in writing, it's not real. And if you focus on that, I think you'll never hit the snooze button again. You'll start waking up before the snooze button.
Ouch.
Back to you.
Ouch.
I think Jameson, he did have his hand up. I'm gonna ask Dr. Parker to come on and explain this sentence for me, because I think it's gonna be powerful for me. A short, disciplined checklist. Can you just expound a little bit more on that for me, please? You may be doing 3 or 4 things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Ron, yeah, absolutely. Again, a short, disciplined checklist, and we're going over it now as we talk about, these short things. It doesn't have to be long, but it creates discipline. It's small wins that count. See, the idea is to begin to stack these wins. Now, keep in mind, as we continue to do this, what are you building? You're building a habit, okay? So now the habit is that you no longer need that snooze button. Now, we're going to go on to the next one. Monifa's going to read about making your bed. These are simple tasks, right? But these are stacking wins. That's what we're doing. And before you know it, you've got a consistent habit that you've created. This whole idea of making our beds, I learned that my mother, we were forced to make our beds every morning before we left. And then, that was reinforced when I joined the military, the Marine Corps boot camp.
Yes.
You better make that bed every single morning because it's going to be inspected. So now I carry that into my life. Here I am, 64 years old, and I make my bed every single day. You know, so these are habits, and this is what it's talking about. Developing these small wins over time, they become habits, and it becomes part of your disciplined life. And all that discipline is going to do is create wins for you day after day, year after year. And that's where we're going with this. And that's what this whole checklist is all about. But we start with small wins. And Jameson may be up next, but I like Eric's idea. Put that alarm clock on the other side of the room. What does it do? It forces you to get out of the bed to turn the alarm off, right?
Yes.
So you're up already, so why go back to bed? I love it, Eric. Thank you so much for that one, my friend.
It gets me from being selfish to not selfless, but mission oriented. Like, how can I serve? I heard Eric say that. How can I serve? Or I heard somebody say that. And make me a list of maybe 10 reasons, 10 things that you like about it, love about it, and then what inspires you, or what are the 10 things that I love about getting out of bed? I don't know. And that would give you, I got in the habit of that. I had, probably 2 hours at one point of just all these lists I would do, my inspirations, my meditation, all that. But I noticed that by just doing the 10 or 15 things I like, and it starts to get me in the right mindset. That's back what Eric was talking about, getting me in the right mindset. So when I get excited about, I get to do my list today, and it really, and that, by the way, I add music to that, so that way I find the most inspiring music, so I can get myself I get excited about doing it. And the last thing is, we're about how we're motivated, and more people can go into this, but we're either motivated by fear, love, or joy.
Yes.
And I find joy has the most powerful energy in it. And when I enjoy and when I'm in love with what I'm doing, you can't stop me. You can't, they put it down. No, I can't. I got to keep doing it. So
Yes.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Outstanding, Jameson. That right there hit home. Joy. The world didn't give it to us, and the world can't take it away from us. So that joy must be within. That word be is part of a threefold philosophy. Be, do, and you will have everything that you desire. All right, let's jump on in. If there's anyone else that I'm not seeing, or can we move on? All right, next is what Dr. Parker was alluding to. Make your bed. The win is you start your day by accomplishing a task and creating an environment of order. Okay? As so much have already expressed, this is what it's leading to, order. It's your first win before you've even left the room. Move your body, even if it's 10 minutes. The next win, you flood your body with energy and build the habit of physical discipline. This is a direct deposit into your mental and physical health. Plan your top 3 priorities. I'm on page 20 now. The following win is you eliminate decision fatigue and ensure you focus on what truly matters. As Jameson just was speaking about, not just what's urgent. You are a leader, not a reactor. And when I read that, I'm thinking about the thermostat and thermometer philosophy. Like, we have to set the temperature, not be controlled, be in control of yourself. Discipline. This is a good read. Track what you eat. See, so now you're moving your body. Now you have to talk about your nutrients. I plan on Sundays, and we often talk about nutrients, giving our spiritual time, writing, reading, praying, and then we go on to nutrients. What are we feeding, our insides? Because what's on our inside shows up on our outside. So, okay, track what you eat. This win is your big awareness to your choices and take control of the fuel you put into your high performance machine. Our body, it's our high performance machine. We only get one, family. We only get one. So we got to treat it right, right? Now read 5 to 10 pages of a self-growth book, i.e., get excited or stay broke forever, right? The win is you commit to perpetual growth this way, guys. Us coming here on every Saturday, day in, day out, besides if we're, breaking for holidays to be with our families. We come here to refuel and ensure that we continue to grow. We are forever learners. No one here has arrived. There's always something new because everything is always evolving, right? So we all have to continue to learn daily, all right? You commit to perpetual growth, ensuring you are always learning and expanding your perspective. There it is. I didn't even read it. And I said it in a different way, We're expanding our perspectives, okay? Complete a task you've been avoiding. This win is you kill procrastination by completing it, right? Build momentum and reclaim the mental energy that tasks were consuming. Because yes, it can get overwhelming, right? So this is why I believe Dr. Parker saying daily, short daily discipline checklists. Because if you have short little ones, you can stack your wins by completing short tasks than having a conundrum of overwhelming tasks, and then you just like stuck and don't know what to do and you won't complete it because you're stuck. Understand? So build momentum, reclaim that mental energy that task was consuming. This is a direct deposit into your confidence account. Right? Review your wins. Somebody get that for me? Review your wins. The win in this case is you train your brain to focus on progress, not just problems. Ooh, that's good. You build a foundation of gratitude and acknowledge your growth. I have to stop right there because I want to hear what the family is saying. What are we hearing here? How can we unpack this? I'll say this one again. You train your brain to focus on progress, not just problems. You build a foundation of gratitude and acknowledge your growth. What is anybody hearing out there?
Monifa, once again, I'll jump in real quick. But look, this is about progress, right?
Yes.
The smallest progress, inch by inch. Look at these small wins that you're putting together, that you're stacking, right? And look, think about what that does for your confidence, right? So now I've mastered this whole thing of the alarm clock. I'm making my bed every morning. I'm tracking now what I'm eating, what I'm putting into my body, and I'm taking a physical account of these things, right? So I'm building some discipline, some self-discipline. I'm telling you, you're creating something that will be sustainable, that will carry you through. But it just takes that discipline. But we've got to start somewhere. So as Ron mentioned, what are these small disciplines or these short disciplines about? You mentioned it earlier. We don't want to create anything that's so overwhelming, that the task is so big that you'll never be able to get it. I hear people talk about how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. You take, one small task at a time and build on that and let those small tasks stack up. What does it look like when you master 10 small tasks? What does that say to your confidence? You're on your way to winning in a major way.
Absolutely. What's your saying? Strong as thunder?
10 feet tall, bulletproof, strong as thunder. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. I love that, Dr. Parker. Who's next?
Monifa, I won't be long.
Okay.
You know what? I do need to congratulate everyone that is here this morning, because remember, God is in the details, but so is the devil,
Mm.
right? And the last person that I'm gonna congratulate is someone that just joined us. But see, we gotta learn to pay attention to the small minor details because that's where prosperity is. And the minute that we train our brain for progress, it's those little daily wins, the little disciplines, right? We changed groups because the previous group that we had in Telegram didn't allow us a link to invite. Jay actually created that idea in me. He goes, why don't we simplify getting a link? And because that group, someone took over it, it means a hacker came in about a year and a half ago, and I lost the ownership of it. So I said, okay, let me figure out this formula, which is duplicatable.
Because that's what we called it when we got those spankings in our childhood.
Absolutely.
Right? But when you get up, when you grow up and get as seasoned as I am, then, and also being a Christian, you know that discipline is about training. Training your mind, training your body, and you're talking about all this, training your spirit. So you've had so many different things, and just the three things that Dr. Parker put in this chapter you can do before you exit the door of your bedroom. Ignore the snooze button. That's a win, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Get up and make your bed. And you know, the thing that follows these small wins is the joy that you get from doing what you're supposed to do, what you said you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you made that commitment to yourself, nobody else has to know, because that's the biggest thing, is that we fail to follow through with what we told ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts us more than if somebody outside of us said, you're a loser, because it's the what one of my other mentors says, our life has to be congruent. The words that we say, the actions that we do, they have to line up. So, and I think that was mentioned at the beginning with Dr. Parker as well. The last thing you said, when you focus on progress, not problems, reminds me of another movie. I'm a great movie buff. You'll find that I quote from movies a lot. In The Equalizer, the protagonist says to his friend that he's trying to help lose weight, it's progress, not perfection. That's another thing that leads to procrastination. If you're always shooting for perfection, then that stops you from taking action, and you don't focus on the good things that you've done.
Yeah.
Because every day, I love Fernando's bookends to the day.
Mm-hmm.
What good will I do today? And then what good have I done today? It starts your day off with hope, and it ends your day off with gratitude. I got those things done, and now you start off and end the day in a positive mental attitude. That's what PMA is all about, is focusing in on progress, not perfection, not your problems. Life is a challenge.
Yeah.
And we have challenges come our way on a daily basis. So we have to.
So think about that discipline that was instilled at a young age that we carry through our lives today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll always return back to God's original intent. Absolutely. I totally agree. Cassandra?
Good morning, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Great reading, Monifa. You're doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
Man, I'm telling y'all hitting home. Even from, like when you said, like, when that snooze button, put that clock way over there to cross the room so you can get up out your bed. But I can just truly, even with Jay, when he was talking about, you know, we're getting ready for church and how our parents would get us together and, you know, read. And I'm like, this is like, when you're in Sunday school, you got to be there. You didn't want to get up, but, you know, we were disciplined to get up and do what we were supposed to do to be there. And so it's just changing that mindset and start writing down your goals. Even with me, just reprogramming me, you know,
Yes.
when that every day You know, I used to hate going to that job. I'd be late on purpose because I didn't want to be there. But like with like this, doing something that's positive and wanting to change people's mindset, want to grow your wealth. I mean, this whole program, it teaches us, you know, even if we don't want to get up, it's like I wake up early at a certain time and I look at the clock and say, okay, I'm gonna get on. All right, I'm gonna lay here for a second. You know, but it's like it forces you to just get up because this is what I need. This is the feeding. Even like, you know, when we used to go to church in the mornings, you know, that you had to be there at a certain time.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just getting back to our roots, getting back to, okay, what's most important? And then you got to feed yourself, inspire you, you know. So I enjoy all the reading this morning. It is nothing but growth even the more. Thank you so much, Monifa.
Growth indeed. Growth indeed. You're welcome, Sandra. Growth indeed. Anyone else before I move on? All right. All right. So now we're going to shut down those screens 30 minutes before bed. What is the win? You protect your sleep, the foundation of all energy and discipline, and end your day on your own terms. How to use this tool? Don't just read the page, use it. Take a picture of the checklist with your phone right now, guys, if you have the book. Set it as your lock screen for the next 7 days. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your bathroom mirror, wherever you're frequently visiting in the home. If you're doing this full time, commit to a 7-day streak. That makes me think of our back office, guys. If you guys are doing the rewards section, there's a section in those rewards section that says if you log into your back office 7 times in a row to that particular vehicle, 7 times in a row, you're going to get bonus points. And I remember, man, I was missing it. I forgot to log in my back office one day, and I was missing it. And one day I did it, and it was just so gratifying, that win, that I went on there 7 days in a row and, you know, smoothed around in our rewards part of the back office. And I created that bonus by being disciplined and being intentional on getting there 7 days in a row. So this just hits home altogether as well. And don't think about doing this forever. Just focus on winning this week, guys, week by week. And I think I told a former family member to suggest this book, The 12-Week Year. Dr. Parker or Fernando, y'all could write that down and look into it. It's called The 12-Week Year. Oh, I don't even have it to say the author. But that reminds me of that, about not doing this forever, but focusing on that week. Track your score each day, guys. And the goal is to build a winning streak and make discipline a habit. All right. How you can score your day is complete 5+ items, and now you're moving. Right? Complete 5 or more items, now you are moving. Complete 7 or more items, and now you're winning. Right? And then complete all 9 action steps or items. Now you're on fire. You're on fire. Look at the symbolism on the book with the fire and the molt, right? We're winning. We're getting excited because you don't want to stay broke forever. You're winning, right? Small wins leads to big transformations. Track the streaks and stay consistent. That ends chapter 6 in our reading today. Leaders, let's unpack what we've heard at the conclusion of chapter 6, and let's see what our leaders wants us to do next. Yes, Fernando put it in the chat, guys. That's a real good book. I'm sorry, Fernando, that was you?
Yeah, no, what I was saying is we just paste the link there, and then Eric Wilner also put something there. I'm telling you, great minds think alike. Thank you so much, Monifa.
Yes.
I think this should be the next read.
Yes, sir. Jay.
Sounds great, guys.
Thank you. Jay Early, hands raised.
Yes. Before we go on, this one is for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
And anyone else, because I've heard some other voices up in here. You know, you and I were having a private discussion, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me pass this on to you. Oh no, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you did a live on your Facebook newsfeed?
Oh, live?
A live, go live. When's the last time you went live and talked to your Facebook friends?
Me personally, like me and you,
Yes,
just by
you.
myself? No,
Yes.
I had a team. We went live.
No. I said you.
Yes,
You.
not me. No.
Okay.
But
Let
the
me
personal stuff, not the business.
No. Let me say this. I'm listening to your voice.
Yes, sir.
And I'm asking myself why you're not going live
Okay.
and talking,
Yes.
giving value to your Facebook following,
Yes.
which will lead into business.
Yes.
You have a voice. You're very comfortable. You talk to that mic, that camera, just like you're talking to us right now.
Yes.
And I guarantee you will start getting engagement, likes, make more friends. Show those people your personality.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And that's for anybody who doesn't have a fear to put a camera and a mic in front of them. People don't know what you're doing, what you have, who you are, unless you talk to them. And we all have that gift. It's just some of us, for some reason, we freeze up.
Yeah, I used to freeze up.
We're talking, you're not afraid.
Yeah.
You're talking in front.
Thanks to this group. I thank Dr. Parker for curating this group, because I wouldn't have been able to do this before. It's because of this group that I'm able, many of us, we were just closed-lipped when we first got to this group. But because of this group, we're able to really speak now. Yes.
I'm telling you, use it.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Don't be afraid.
Yes.
It's just like you're talking to us.
Yes.
You talk to your group.
Yes, sir.
Even though they might be not answering in the beginning, they hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And there's little things you can do on your Facebook page to go see if they hear you later on. Okay, I'll tell you about that another time.
Yes.
But please, I'm listening to your voice, and I said, what is she talking about? She can talk. Even when you're out there walking around, doing your deliveries. Like you talking here sometime, do the same thing out there. Show those people you're a real person.
Okay.
With real values. And you have something to offer them.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
you got your lesson. We don't have to talk later on. We just talk.
That's it. Thank you. Dr. Parker, I see your hands raised.
Hey, Monifa, as we close and wrap things up, just scoring the day. I kind of like that, because it talks about completing 5+ tasks. Now we're moving. Complete 7. Now you're winning. You complete all 9. You're on fire, guys. I'm telling you, this is about stacking the small wins, and it ends by saying small wins lead to big transformation. All right, track the streak. Stay consistent. Listen, it's about movement, getting started, doing something, the smallest task, and adding on to that every day. And watch things change. Your mind, these habits begin to shift your mindset. So it all plays together.
Yes. I totally agree. Anyone else? All right, Fernando.
Hey, Monifa.
Hey.
So are we Wow, what a great read. Monifa, you actually open up this incredible morning with excitement. And Jay obviously alluded to your voice, and I always see you making those videos that are entertaining, and you do get a lot of traffic. But I have not done a Facebook Live, Jay, for a while, but I think we should start engaging in that to be able to see exactly what your audience, what you're doing, because we do a lot of the things behind the scenes where we can set up something prepared rather than spontaneous.
Right.
I'm up for the challenge, Jay. I took notes on that too, so I got to get back on those Facebook Lives. So, Nifa, we're on a mission.
Yes, we commissioned.
That's right.
Who's next?
So, anyone else that wants to add anything up, or else, Monifa, you've been amazing this morning. Let's all give her fire emojis, ladies and gentlemen. Monifa did a phenomenal job today, and I'm excited. I'm going to put a heart here on the chat.
Thank you.
And then, we can all give you hearts and fire emojis. I thank you so much, Monifa, for being here with us.
Yes, it's my
The level of
honor.
excitement is contagious.
Yes, thank you so much. It's my honor and my service to serve our community. The community has given so much back to me and have transformed me. Oh, Lord, I don't want to start getting teary-eyed. But, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. They're just given so much back to me. Y'all know my story. I've been here for a while, and from someone that was told to be quiet all the time and not ask questions, I think it stunt what God had in store for me in my later life, in being a servant and selling and sharing and solving problems for others, which requires me to ask questions, because I won't know if I don't ask questions. So thank you so much for curating this platform, Dr. G.W. Parker, Fernando, for keeping it going and being that leader that is really hard charging. Yeah, like I used to say in the Army, we hard charger. You're a hard charger, and you're not slowing down. And I honor each and every one leader on this line for that. Cassandra.
I cannot get off without saying, but even strong-minded and strong people like you inspire me even the more. Dr. Parker, man, I'm telling you, I am grateful, because it was times I would not talk or say a word.
Yes.
But he inspired us to, hey, we can open. It says, if we don't take action, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And Monifa, that was a confirmation. Even we was just talking about getting back out there on the platform.
Yes.
And letting people know we are still here.
Yes.
Sometimes, I had to step back for a little bit, but, God made this way so I could come back out again. So, if we can work on it together.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Right.
This was just all a confirmation today. All a confirmation. So, our maker makes no mistakes. Mr. Gibson?
I just wanted to say again, great job. And I shared a link and a title to a book that's on the same note as this particular chapter, called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson.
Oh yeah.
And it talks about doing things daily and consistently, because our consistent actions will stack up into those big wins, like Dr. Parker was saying. They'll change our trajectory. We won't see it today, but if we do it over a week, I love the way he said, just win this week. And then we do it over 30 days to get that habit. Then we do it a year. We'll be better than we were when we started. That's just a fact. Or the other side of it, and this is what we want to avoid, is doing those negative things consistently take us the opposite way.
Right.
So I love the fact you reminded me again about, and Ms. Wooten said it too, about taking action. That was what I learned from last week when Dr. Parker, when he was reading, had 2 action items that I actually did. And now in my notes that I'm taking now, I got a portion that says action items, and that Facebook Live piece that that Mr. Early recommended for you, he also recommended it for me and everybody else. So
Yes.
we've got a voice and we've got an audience that wants to hear, and we know that we have something that we can share that everybody needs.
Absolutely.
So that's just an action step for all of us that we can implement today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
David, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you got the voice too, David, as a matter of fact.
Right?
You sound like one of those radio voices. And